Blackbox is a platform designed to help developers collaborate and organize their thoughts in a better way.
Hi, my name's Dan. I'm a co-founder of BlackBox, and I'm going to show you what we're working on today. So BlackBox is a web-native infinite canvas desktop environment. So what that means is everything inside BlackBox scales infinitely, just like you might have seen in a graphics program like Figma or Adobe Illustrator. So inside Blackbox, you're really just inside of a computer. So if you're developing software, you can go in, you can spin up your development server just like you normally would. And now let's say that you want to get a live preview of it. You can just find the port from your terminal, and then you can start scaling things out and sort of set up your environment here. So this is a older version of our Blackbox website. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to actually look at the code for this website. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna find it, and I'll open up. I'm gonna pull up the hero section because I want to change something in there. Let's say. So I'm gonna pull this open, and I'm gonna look for this text right here. So I'm gonna search for infinite. Search for infinite here, and I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna make the change, save, and you're gonna see that everything live updates. So as you can see, is a fully functioning development environment. Now, where this becomes useful is one, collaboration. You have this whole system where you can invite in your teammates and have them all be able to work on this system together, similar to how you can in Miro or like a Fig Jam with Figma. And you also get the ability to start to really organize your code here. So we can start drawing boxes and start to make it a little bit more hierarchical and how you would organize, block diagrams in a system, which makes it much easier to communicate what you're trying to do. We're really big on collaboration and making it much easier for software engineers to go in and collaborate together. So we have this front end section over here, but now I want to work on the back end of the system. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to open up another terminal, and I have a Flask application prepared. So I'm going to get into that and I'm going to start that application. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to get into the Flask folder, and I'm going to run that server. So do Flask API, run that. You can see it's running on port 5000. And now I want to see that code that I just started because I'm interested in working on this. I want to make some changes, or I want to do some testing here. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to open up that Flask application code. So I open up that API, and then from here, I want to do some testing with this. Now, one thing about Blackbox is we allow you to develop any application that you can create that runs on the web. It'll run in Blackbox. So this is a little endpoints web app that we created. And we handle all the infinite scaling. So this actually uses Material UI and some pretty heavy UI libraries, and we're able to handle the scaling. You don't have to, it's really batteries included. You just develop a little widget and it'll work right out of the box in Blackbox. So as you can see, I sent the test request to this endpoint right here, and I'm gonna size this and put it right next to that, so I know that's talking to that piece there. Then you can see the result says hello YC right there. So I'll go in and I'll make some changes. I'm gonna change this to hello Blackbox, and again I'm gonna save that, and then I'm gonna restart that Flask API. And then once I have this restarted, I'm going to run that request once again. So you'll see here, if I run the request again, now I see hello Blackbox. You're live editing the code inside here. Then I'm going to leave that right next to where that endpoint is written so that it stays right there. Then from there, I'm gonna size this a little better, get it to where I want it, and then I'm going to drag a box around it and call it the back end. So I have that piece in there. I have this on the right back end. Now, where this really starts to become very useful is in large code bases. When you're trying to communicate at a systems level, becomes fairly difficult. So this is an example of some actual black box code. You can see that you can open this up. This is really code's generally organized not in a one-dimensional way like most editors give it to you. It's organized in sort of a system way where there are things inside other things. What we allow you to do is organize your code that way, then jump right in and edit your code at the same way that you would think about it systematically. So it makes it much easier to describe what you built to other engineers, and much easier to just work with it in general. So that's what we're here. We're Blackbox. We're building the web native infinite canvas desktop environment.